Imagine a world plunged into total darkness, where the familiar hum of electricity ceases to exist and every convenience you took for granted is gone. No lights to illuminate your home, no heat on bitterly cold nights, no functioning communication devices to call for help. You try flipping the switch, restarting the breaker, nothing works. Hours turn into days, days into weeks, and slowly you begin to understand this isn't a minor inconvenience. This is a long-term blackout. Without electricity, grocery stores grow barren as supply chains break down. Medicine requiring refrigeration becomes unusable. ATM machines won't dispense cash, and gas stations stop pumping fuel. Worst of all, clean water might become a luxury as filtration plants fail. Now imagine trying to survive in this chaotic, desperate reality with no plan, no supplies, and no way to shield your family from the growing dangers outside your door. The fragile systems we heavily rely on are more vulnerable than we realize. Massive storms, grid failure, or even cyber attacks could plunge us into darkness without warning. The question is not if a long-term blackout happens, it's when. Are you ready to face the unknown? This guide will help you prepare now before it's too late. 1. Stockpile essential supplies. When preparing for long-term blackouts, one of the most critical steps is to stockpile essential supplies to ensure you and your family have everything necessary to weather an extended period without power. While blackouts are often temporary, preparing for longer disruptions can help you avoid panic and empower you to handle the situation with confidence. Food and water storage recommendations. Food and water are the backbone of any emergency preparation plan. It is imperative to store a minimum of 3 days' worth of non-perishable food items for each member of your household, but planning for 1 to 2 weeks or longer if possible will provide added security. Focus on items that have long shelf lives, require minimal preparation, and do not rely on electricity for cooking or refrigeration. Canned goods, dried fruits, nuts, powdered milk, oatmeal, and freeze-dried meals are excellent examples of non-perishable foods that are both nutritious and easy to store. Don't forget to include a manual can opener in your emergency kit. Electric ones won't function during a power outage. Water is equally essential, as the human body cannot survive longer than a few days without it. It's recommended to store at least 1 gallon of water per person, per day for both drinking and basic hygiene purposes. For extended blackouts, consider investing in water purification equipment such as filtration straws or tablets to ensure access to safe drinking water if your supplies run low. Additionally, store water in clean, durable containers that are easy to transport if an evacuation becomes necessary. Proper storage and planning will alleviate stress and provide peace of mind during uncertain times. Importance of non-perishable items. During a blackout, the importance of non-perishable items cannot be overstated. Non-perishable items not only have the advantage of lasting months or even years without spoiling, but they also eliminate any dependency on perishable goods that require refrigeration. Consuming these long-lasting foods can ensure consistent calorie intake while preventing food waste during a power outage. Beyond food, non-perishable goods such as batteries, hygiene products, flashlights, and first aid supplies are equally vital. Batteries, for example, will power essential devices like radios and lanterns in the absence of electricity, keeping you informed and enabling functionality even in the dark. It's also wise to consider the needs of family members with specific dietary requirements, allergies, or medical conditions when stockpiling supplies. Don't overlook pets. Ensure you have ample food and water stored for them as well. Many of these non-perishable items take up relatively little space and can be neatly organized into bins or storage shelves, making them accessible at a moment's notice. By prioritizing the stockpiling of essential supplies, you can build a foundation of preparedness that will safeguard your household during a long-term blackout. Taking the time to plan now will save you from unnecessary hardship in the future, allowing you to focus on safety and well-being when it matters most. 2. Invest in alternative power sources. When preparing for long-term blackouts, investing in alternative power sources is crucial for maintaining essential functions and ensuring comfort. Traditional power grids can fail during natural disasters, prolonged outages, or infrastructure issues, making self-reliant energy solutions a vital part of emergency preparedness. Among the most commonly recommended options are generators and solar panels, each with its own set of advantages and disadvantages that should be carefully weighed before deciding. Generators are a popular choice for backup power because they provide reliable, on-demand electricity. Diesel and gas-powered generators can supply power to essential appliances such as refrigerators, heating systems, and lighting during an outage. One of the significant advantages of generators is their immediacy. They can produce power almost as soon as they're turned on. Additionally, portable generators offer flexibility, allowing them to be moved and used in different locations as needed. However, generators also come with their own set of challenges. They often rely on fuel, which can be scarce or difficult to store in large quantities. This dependence on fossil fuels may also make them less environmentally friendly. Furthermore, they tend to produce noise during operation, which might not be ideal in a residential setting or during extended outages. On the other hand, solar panels offer a more sustainable and long-term solution for generating electricity. By harnessing the power of sunlight, solar energy systems provide a renewable energy source that can last indefinitely with minimal environmental impact. Once installed, solar panels require little maintenance and can be paired with battery storage systems to keep power available even when the sun isn't shining. This makes them particularly attractive for those wanting a green, self-sufficient energy solution. Solar systems are also silent in operation, adding to their appeal in residential areas. However, the initial installation costs for solar panels and battery systems can be significantly higher than other options, making them a long-term investment. They are also dependent on sunlight, meaning limited functionality during extended periods of cloudy or rainy weather, unless sufficient battery capacity is in place. When choosing the best alternative power source, several factors should be considered, including budget, energy requirements, and the reliability of local fuel or sunlight availability. Some people even opt for a combination of systems, such as using a generator as a backup to solar power, to create a more comprehensive and flexible energy plan. Regardless of the chosen method, it is essential to ensure proper installation and maintenance to guarantee effectiveness during a blackout. Ultimately, investing in alternative power sources not only prepares you for unpredictable disruptions, but also provides peace of mind in knowing that you and your household will remain functional and secure no matter the circumstances. Thoughtfully weighing the pros and cons of options like generators and solar panels and tailoring your choice to your specific needs is an indispensable step in preparing for long-term blackouts. 3. Create a communication plan. During a long-term blackout, staying connected to family members, neighbors, or emergency services becomes critical. A communication plan ensures that vital information can be shared quickly and effectively, even when conventional methods like mobile networks and landlines are unavailable. Preparing such a plan ahead of time not only reduces chaos during an emergency, but also provides peace of mind, knowing that everyone involved knows what to do. Here's how you can create a robust communication plan. First and foremost, assemble reliable tools for staying connected in the absence of power. Radios, particularly battery-powered or hand-crank models, are essential for receiving emergency broadcasts and updates from local authorities. Two-way radios are another excellent option for short-range communication among family members or within a neighborhood. For those in remote or rural areas, satellite phones are among the most dependable solutions as they function independently of terrestrial signal towers and are unaffected by power outages. Ensure these devices are in working condition, and stockpile extra batteries or solar chargers to keep them operational at all times. Equally important is establishing a clear and comprehensive communication strategy tailored to your specific household or community. Begin by identifying key contacts, including family members, friends, neighbors, and local officials. Share each other's contact details and create a written list that includes phone numbers, addresses, and email addresses. Store physical copies of this list in waterproof bags, as well as in digital formats accessible offline. Designate a primary meeting point where everyone can gather in case of separation, and establish backup meeting locations in case the primary site becomes inaccessible. It's helpful to assign specific responsibilities to individuals within your communication plan. For instance, one person might be responsible for monitoring emergency broadcasts, while another could serve as the primary coordinator for disseminating information. Teach everyone involved how to use the communication tools assembled and practice using them regularly to ensure familiarity. Practice drills can be particularly valuable to assess the effectiveness of your plan and make adjustments as needed. Additionally, think about how to stay informed during the blackout. Beyond personal communication tools, harness the power of community networks. Set up a neighborhood watch group or use community bulletin boards to share updates and resources. Social media platforms can provide vital updates if internet services are operational, but remember to verify information to avoid the spread of rumors or misinformation. Lastly, consider the role of emergency signal tools for situations where technological communication methods fail. Items like whistles, signal mirrors, or glow sticks can be useful in attracting attention, particularly for rescuers or nearby neighbors. By preparing a strong communication plan before a long-term blackout strikes, you ensure that you and your loved ones can stay connected, informed, and safer throughout the ordeal. The ability to relay accurate information and quickly reach others during critical moments can make a life-saving difference, transforming a potentially chaotic scenario into one managed with clarity and confidence. 4. Ensure home safety and security. When preparing for long-term blackouts, ensuring the safety and security of your home is a crucial step. Power outages can create vulnerabilities in your home, making it imperative to take proactive measures to safeguard your property and loved ones. Tips for securing your home. During a blackout, home security systems dependent on electricity may be rendered ineffective. To address this, consider investing in backup systems such as battery-operated or solar-powered security cameras and alarms. Reinforce all doors and windows with locks and secure mechanisms to deter potential break-ins. Outdoor motion sensor lights powered by solar energy are also an excellent deterrent against unauthorized access. It is also wise to establish a neighborhood watch or stay connected with nearby residents to monitor for unusual activity. Additionally, familiarize yourself with manual alternatives for your electronic locks or gates. Have adequate tools at hand to secure these manually if needed. By fortifying your home's entry points and using reliable power-independent systems, you can maintain a strong security presence even in the absence of electricity. Fire safety measures. Blackouts often lead to an increased reliance on candles, portable gas stoves, and fuel-powered generators, which can elevate the risk of fires. To reduce that risk, make fire prevention a priority. If you use candles, never leave them unattended and place them on stable, non-flammable surfaces away from curtains or flammable materials. Battery-operated LED lanterns or headlamps can be safer alternatives for lighting. For cooking, opt for sturdy, well-ventilated portable stoves or grills that adhere to safety standards, and always use them outdoors to prevent the buildup of carbon monoxide. If a generator is necessary, follow the manufacturer's instructions carefully and keep it at least 20 feet away from windows or doors to reduce fire hazards and the risk of carbon monoxide poisoning. Every household should have functioning smoke detectors installed in critical areas, powered by long-lasting batteries. Test these devices regularly to ensure they remain operational. Meanwhile, a fire extinguisher rated for multiple types of fires such as Class A, B, C should be readily accessible, with household members trained in its proper usage. Lastly, establish and rehearse an evacuation plan in case of emergencies. Each family member should know the nearest exits and meeting points outside the home. Having a high-quality emergency kit that includes a flashlight, whistle, and fire-resistant blanket can help prepare for unforeseen dangers. By meticulously planning and implementing these home safety and security measures, you can mitigate risks during prolonged power outages. These strategies not only safeguard your property but also provide peace of mind in difficult circumstances, allowing you to focus on other areas of preparedness effectively. 5. Prepare a first aid and medical kit. Having a well-stocked first aid and medical kit is crucial when preparing for long-term blackouts. Power outages can make it challenging to access medical facilities or pharmacies, so ensuring you have the necessary supplies to manage minor injuries and pre-existing health conditions is a critical part of emergency preparedness. Essential items to include. Your first aid kit should cover a variety of potential needs. Basic supplies such as bandages, gauze, adhesive tape, antiseptic wipes, and medical gloves are staples for treating cuts, scrapes, and small wounds. Include over-the-counter medications such as pain relievers e.g. ibuprofen, acetaminophen, fever reducers, antacid tablets, and anti-inflammatory ointments to handle common ailments. Adding adhesive bandages of various sizes, tweezers, and scissors will ensure you are ready for accidents like splinters or falls. A digital thermometer, cold packs, and a few options for wound closure, such as butterfly closures or medical tape, can also be invaluable in more serious situations. Consider expanding your kit with items tailored to more specific emergencies. For burns, add burn cream or gel, as well as sterile burn dressings. If you are in an area prone to insect bites, include bite treatment cream and insect sting relief. Emergency survival blankets can address hypothermia risks, and a CPR face shield could save a life when immediate help can't arrive. Always stash a manual first aid guide or booklet to equip yourself with knowledge on handling injuries. Managing medications and health needs. If anyone in your household relies on daily prescription medications, preparing for long-term blackouts becomes even more important. Consult with your healthcare provider or pharmacist to discuss creating a stockpile of essential medications. Keep them stored in a cool, dry place and check expiration dates regularly to ensure potency. Make a list of all medications and dosages for each household member, along with the names and contact information for healthcare providers. For individuals with chronic health conditions, specific supplies might be necessary. Diabetic patients, for example, may need extra syringes, insulin pens, or glucose monitoring tools. Those with respiratory conditions should stock additional inhalers, spacer devices, and backup power for medical devices like nebulizers if they rely on them. Additionally, don't overlook the importance of first aid gear for younger family members, elderly relatives, and pets. For children, include age-appropriate fever medicine, thermometers, and adhesive bandages. For pets, create a separate kit with items such as pet-safe wound cleansers, gauze, and a supply of their routine medications. Preparing for long-term blackouts means thinking through the needs of all household members and ensuring your first aid and medical kit is as comprehensive as possible. Organize all items in a durable, waterproof container and make it easily accessible for emergencies. Having a reliable kit can bring peace of mind and the ability to address medical issues efficiently, even when professional help is delayed. 6. Plan for heating and cooling. Preparing for long-term blackouts necessitates effective strategies for managing heating and cooling, as maintaining a livable temperature is crucial for health and safety. Without electricity to power HVAC systems, alternative methods must be considered to adapt to extreme weather conditions. Start by conducting a thorough assessment of your home's insulation. Proper insulation can significantly reduce temperature fluctuations by preventing heat transfer during summer and heat loss during winter. Reinforce areas such as doors, windows, and attic spaces with weather stripping, insulating tape, or foam. Heavy curtains or thermal window covers can also prevent heat from escaping or entering the home. For heating during cold months, consider alternative, non-electric sources of warmth. Wood-burning stoves and fireplaces are excellent options if your home is equipped for them. Stock up on a sufficient supply of seasoned firewood to last through extended periods of blackout. Portable propane heaters can be a lifeline, but ensure they are used safely and in well-ventilated areas to avoid carbon monoxide poisoning. Another method is to create a designated warm room. In your house, curtain off a small, insulated space where family members can gather to conserve heat together. Don't underestimate the value of proper clothing. Two-layered clothing, thermal wear, and wool blankets can prove invaluable in cold conditions. To combat heat during summer blackouts, ventilation and shade management are key. Open windows and doors during cooler times of the day to allow cross-ventilation and use portable, battery-powered fans to circulate air. Reflective window coverings, like foil-backed insulation or light-colored blinds, can effectively minimize heat from entering your home during hot peak hours. Additionally, create shaded outdoor areas using tarps or umbrellas to provide a cooler spot for shelter outside. Plan for these scenarios in advance by stocking up on supplies that may not be readily available when a blackout occurs. Remember also to maintain a supply of drinking water, as both heating and cooling can cause dehydration risks. Whether facing scorching heat or freezing temperatures, having a robust plan for temperature control will ensure you and your family stay safe and comfortable during long-term power outages. 7. Develop a water management plan. A reliable water management plan is crucial to surviving long-term blackouts, as access to clean and safe water can become one of the most significant challenges during extended power outages. Without electricity, water treatment facilities may stop functioning, and municipal water supplies can become contaminated or unavailable. By taking the necessary steps to manage water resources ahead of time, individuals and families can ensure they have the means to meet this essential need. Start by understanding water purification and storage techniques. Water purification ensures that your water supply is free from harmful pathogens, chemicals, and contaminants. A variety of methods are available, including boiling, filtration, chemical treatments, and ultraviolet UV light purification. Boiling water is one of the simplest and most effective methods of killing bacteria and viruses. However, it requires a heat source, which might be limited during a blackout. For more convenient options, consider investing in portable water filters or purification tablets, which are lightweight and practical for emergencies. Gravity-fed filtration systems are another excellent solution for at-home use during power outages. Equally important is the storage of clean water. For long-term preparedness, store sufficient water to meet the needs of your household. The general guideline is at least 1 gallon of water per person per day, accounting for drinking, cooking, and hygiene. Store water in clean, food-grade containers with secure, leak-proof lids. Rotate and replace stored water every 6 months to maintain its freshness and safety. Additionally, consider storing water in multiple locations, such as in your home, garage, or basement, to account for accessibility during emergencies. Identifying alternative water sources is another key aspect of water management. Local water sources, such as rivers, streams, lakes, and rainwater, can provide supplemental water during emergencies. However, it is important to recognize that these sources may contain contaminants and require purification before use. Rainwater harvesting is an excellent strategy for collecting and storing water. Installing rain barrels or other collection systems can offer a sustainable solution, especially when natural precipitation is abundant in your area. Creating a water management plan also involves understanding your community's specific risks. If you live in an area prone to droughts, floods, or water shortages, your plan should address these potential issues. Be proactive in learning about nearby water sources, such as public wells or reservoirs, and understand how you can access them in an emergency. Collaborating with neighbors to share resources or exchange knowledge about water management can also strengthen communal resilience. Finally, practice your plan and ensure that everyone in your household knows how to access, purify, and conserve water. This includes teaching family members how to use water filters, boil water, and apply chemical treatments safely. Additionally, educate them on the importance of water conservation to make the most of your stored supply. Simple practices, such as using minimal water for hygiene and eliminating non-essential uses, can extend the availability of your resources during a blackout. By taking these comprehensive steps now, you can safeguard your household with a dependable water management plan, ensuring access to clean water even during prolonged power outages. This preparation is not only practical but can also provide invaluable peace of mind when facing unexpected emergencies. 8. Organize important documents. Preparing for long-term blackouts means ensuring that your essential documents are safe, organized, and easily accessible. Important paperwork encompasses a wide range of items, including identification documents such as passports, birth certificates, and driver's licenses. Additionally, include vital financial records like bank statements, property deeds, insurance policies, wills, and medical records. These documents are critical in emergencies or situations where proof of identity, ownership, or financial standing is required. To safeguard these items, create both physical and digital backups. Store physical copies in a fireproof and waterproof safe, ideally small enough that it can be transported if you need to evacuate. It's also wise to use labeled folders or binders to keep everything organized within the safe, allowing you to quickly find what you need in moments of urgency. Equally important is creating digital backups for all crucial documents. Use a secure cloud storage provider to upload scanned copies, ensuring they're encrypted and protected by strong passwords. This allows access from virtually anywhere, even if your physical copies are inaccessible. Additionally, you can keep a copy on an encrypted USB drive or external hard drive stored securely but accessible during emergencies. For added preparation, make a prioritized checklist of what documents you need and regularly review their locations to ensure they remain current and in order. Keeping your documents safe and secure eliminates unnecessary stress and ensures you have everything needed to handle legal, financial, or medical situations during long-term blackouts. By being proactive, you can minimize disruptions, protect your essential information, and focus on other pressing matters that may arise. 9. Build a community support network. Building a community support network is one of the most crucial steps to prepare for long-term blackouts. Challenges during extended periods without power are often too significant to face alone, making collaboration with others in your community essential. When people come together, resources, skills, and knowledge can be shared to ensure the safety and well-being of everyone involved. The first step in building such a network is identifying like-minded individuals within your neighborhood or local area who value preparedness. You can host community meetings, connect through social media groups, or partner with local organizations to establish communication and trust. Once a group is formed, discuss plans, potential challenges, and ways to pool your collective resources. For example, one household may have extra medical supplies while another has expertise in first aid or mechanics. These contributions can be invaluable when faced with prolonged power outages. Sharing skills is another way a community network becomes a lifeline during difficult times. Skills such as gardening, water filtration, cooking with reduced resources, and basic repairs can all come in handy. By teaching one another and working together, community members can fill knowledge gaps and create a more resilient system capable of handling disruption. Additionally, a community network allows for resource sharing during blackouts. By pooling items like tools, fuel, emergency supplies, and communication devices, the group can reduce strain on any individual household and ensure that essentials are distributed more equitably. This also prevents waste and increases efficiency as community members work together to meet common needs. Finally, a robust community support system fosters emotional resilience. During long-term blackouts, morale can become a key factor in survival. Knowing you are part of a group that supports one another can alleviate feelings of isolation and fear, leading to better outcomes for everyone involved. Building a strong, connected community today can help ensure a safer tomorrow. 10. Practice and review your plan. One of the most important steps in preparing for long-term blackouts is to regularly practice and review your emergency plan. A plan that looks good on paper may have unforeseen flaws in a real-world scenario. By conducting regular drills, you can test the effectiveness of your preparedness strategies and identify areas needing improvement. For instance, practice retrieving your backup power sources, such as generators, and ensure they are in good working condition. Simulate situations such as accessing food storage, purifying water, or safely lighting your home without electricity to see how well your plan holds up under stress. Drills not only prepare you but also ensure your family or household members are familiar with their roles during a blackout. For families, it's important to include all members, including children, so they understand what to do and feel less anxious if a real blackout occurs. Discussions and rehearsals can also help set expectations and clarify communication protocols, which can be critical in an emergency. Equally important is keeping your plan updated. Circumstances can change, your household may grow, new technologies may become available, or certain supplies may need replacing. After each drill or practice session, review the results. Did everyone execute their roles effectively? Were there oversights or inefficiencies that need correction? Use this feedback to refine your plan and make incremental improvements over time. By continually practicing and revising your blackout preparedness plan, you ensure that both your household and your supplies are ready when needed most. Familiarity with the plan reduces panic, improves decision-making, and provides peace of mind knowing you're prepared for prolonged outages. Regular practice transforms your plan from a mere reference guide into a practical, life-saving tool. Conclusion. Preparing for long-term blackouts is not just about gathering supplies, it's about creating a comprehensive strategy that keeps you and your loved ones safe, secure, and resilient. By focusing on the key steps outlined, building reliable energy sources, securing essential items, honing survival skills, and fostering community support, you can face the uncertainty of extended power outages with confidence. Regularly practicing and reviewing your plan ensures that you're ready to handle challenges effectively when the time comes. The effort you invest today in preparing for long-term blackouts can make all the difference tomorrow. Don't wait for a crisis to take action. Empower yourself and your household to thrive, even in the toughest conditions. Prepare now and build a foundation of resilience that will see you through any storm.